What's going on, fight fans? Josh here from Jab Sports. We're going to go over the UFC Fight Night Boston results featuring Conor McGregor versus Dennis Siver and the very exciting ending there. So if you didn't see that, we'll go over that here in just a few. To get through the main card, we had Gleison Tibau versus Norman Parke. And Norman Parke looking to work his way up the ranks. He ran into a very controlled, very disciplined Gleison Tibau. He's been around for a while, and he looked probably about as good as he had in a long time. Fight looked like it slowed down a little bit in the third round, but Gleison Tibau had already won the first two rounds, and that ended up being a decision win for him. In the next fight, we had primetime Uriah Hall. You guys might remember him from the Ultimate Fighter show. And he ended up fighting someone on short notice, Ron Stallings, and he got welcomed in pretty viciously. And if you look, and if you go check it out, I've got the picture up on Twitter, but he took a lethal right hand that busted up his eyebrow and below his eye. The cut was so deep that they ended up calling the fight. So that's a TKO win for Uriah Hall. He looked good. He said he wanted to put on a little bit of a show. Hopefully he'll fight again soon. Very exciting fighter there. For the co-main event, we had Cowboy Cerrone versus Benson Henderson. And Ben Henderson, now Cowboy Cerrone has taken this fight on 2 weeks' notice. He fought 2 weeks ago. 15 days later, I believe, he's here at it again. Pretty crazy. Cowboy looked like he just came out, no game plan. He looked like he was just going to fight, and that's pretty much how he was going to do everything. It looked like it didn't work. Ben Henderson, he lost his last fight, and he came out looking probably as good as I've seen him in a very long time. He was very deliberate, had a new bag of skills that he was using, a lot of front leg kicks with the front side kicks to Cerrone's leg. Really controlled the distance of the fight with that, you know, where he's a shorter fighter generally as far as length goes. And he actually fought a very well-rounded fight. I felt that he was able to keep him at distance to where before Cerrone could get into fight with his legs there, and he actually outkicked Cerrone. It looked like rounds 1 and 2 went to him. Cerrone did score a takedown in round 2, although it didn't do anything. And I think everybody there thought that Henderson definitely won the first 2 rounds and might have lost the third round. However, the decision went to Cowboy Cerrone, and he won. I'm not 100% sure how. Ben Henderson obviously looked a little perplexed. I think everybody there thought it was a little bit of a sketchy decision. It was a pro-Cowboy crowd, so not too many people complained, but hey, you know, that's the way sometimes the decisions play out. I'm not a big fan of that one. That one definitely would have been a fight much better suited for 5 rounds. For the main event, we had Conor McGregor talking about he was going to knock out Dennis Siver in the first round. He fought a very well-paced fight and brought the fight to Siver, sometimes dangerously at times, but he looked in control the entire time, busted Siver up within the first couple minutes, had him, you know, moving backwards, trying to counter a little wildly. He pretty much avoided everything. He got through the fight, talked a lot of trash. If you didn't see, when they did the introduction, they told him, hey, touch gloves. Dennis Siver shook his head no. McGregor gave him the finger. Fox was able to mostly get that edited out. That was very entertaining. Crowd loved it. But Conor McGregor took the fight to Dennis Siver and just made a hell of a fight out of it. Ended up taking him down with a straight left. It was a nice 1-2 combo in the second round, and that was pretty much all she wrote. He got on top of him on the ground, did a little bit of ground and pound, threw a lot of elbows there, and you can tell Dennis Siver didn't want anymore. He was a beaten man. Immediately after that, so of course you got the TKO there. The real excitement happened when Conor McGregor got up, looked on the other side of the cage, looked out, ran, jumped over the cage, and who did he see? Jose Aldo, and he went out there and he was looking at him face to face. It looked a little something like this. And so that was the face. Check us out. Like I said, we're doing a lot on Twitter as well. You can see that there. But that could be the official first stare down between Jose Aldo. They did an interview with him ringside afterwards. He didn't come into the ring for a face-to-face. But very excited to look forward to that fight. That should be pretty incredible. That's going to be a huge, huge fight, depending on where they have that, whether it's Las Vegas, Brazil, or Ireland or somewhere to where they have just massive amounts of seats. That'll be an amazing fight to watch. So that's the fight wrap up. If you guys are new to Jab Sports, we're going to be doing a lot of sports commentary, whether it be MMA, UFC, NBA, NFL, MLB. We've got guys that are going to be covering all the different sports, and I'll be talking about quite a few as well. So make sure and check that out. Some boxing as well. I am a boxing fan as well. Love contact sports. So if you want to go ahead and subscribe, we're going to be doing a lot more videos. I definitely appreciate you guys watching if you've made it this far. If you did like what you hear so far, feel free to hit that like button below. That's always appreciated. Or let me know what you thought about the fights, some of the decisions on the prelims. There was one really bad one. Most everything kind of went the way it would. One shout out, Lorenz Larkin. He fought John Howard, knocked him out in the first round. John Howard, tough guy. Special shout out to that guy who looked absolutely amazing in that fight. I'm really looking forward to seeing that guy again. So if you guys had any thoughts about him, let me know what you thought about him as well. Like I said, thanks for watching, guys. This is Jab Sports, and this is Josh signing out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.